Cormac, this is your review from your practice chanter lesson from Friday, October 9th, 2020. And you hear the metronome in the background. We're just going to get right into it. You did a good job with your G grace note scale. Need it to be a little more confident or comfortable, but it's really sounding good. So you can hear that tempo in the background. We're going to start after 2, and it's going to start on the G grace note to low G, followed by low A all the way up the scale and back down. I'd like to see you follow along with this recording. So let's see here. I'll get right on the beat here. So ready? 1, 2. So on your notes, I have you doing this one time daily, and I would like you to do that with this recording as much as possible. The next on your list things to do is the high A doubling scale, and with this one we're not going to go as fast. I'm going to set the metronome a little slower, and you can hear that in the background. We're going to start on low G and go all the way up to high G with the high A doubling after. Remember, with the high A doubling, we want to get that chilly sound with the actual doubling itself. All right, so high A doubling scale, and ready? 1, 2. That I need you to do 3 times a day. Actually, just 1 time a day. All right, just 1 time a day. It's coming along well with that recording. Keep it nice and controlled. The next thing on your list is the Glasgow Police Pipers jig, but I'm going to save that for the end of the video. I'm going to get into the C doubling and low A doubling. These are your newest doubling scales. Both of them appear on page 77 of the Green Tutor. Okay. And at the top of the page is the double C or C doubling. And then down here, third line down, is the low A doubling. And in all of our doublings, I like you to start on low G. The low A doubling does start on low G, which is just fine. The C does not, but we're going to do that. With this one, I'm going to lower the tempo on the metronome some more. These need to be very careful and accurate doublings. They're newer. And these I would like you to play 3 times a day. All right, we're going to start with the double C. So here we go, and ready? 1, 2. And you might notice on that one, with the high A to the doubling, it's a half doubling. We just play high A, C, D grace note back to C, like this. That's it. That's the half doubling at the end. So that is a 3 times a day scale for you, doubling scale. The next one is the low A doubling, and it already is written, like I say, with the low G as the starting note. So we're going to do the same tempo as we did with the C. Okay. And ready? 1, 2. Okay. And again with that, with the high A to the low A doubling, it's just high A, low A, D grace note on low A, like this. Now, one of the things I didn't really talk about at the lesson, you may have heard it on the recording, was that, yes, the melody note of the scale is on the beat. So for this doubling scale, we start on low G, that gets the first beat. The next beat you hear is a G grace note to low A, and then the D grace note happens. So with the metronome, you want it to sound like this. Except I played a B doubling there. The idea is that you're playing the first G grace note of the doubling, just before the next note. It's the first note of the doubling gets the beat. Okay, so that's what's going on there. The last thing we talked about, or the last thing I'm going to record, is going to be the Glasgow Police Piper's Jig. And you may recall that during the lesson we noticed that you are playing parts 1 and 2 better than parts 3 and 4 because you've been playing them longer. And we noticed that you were ready to play that at about 40 beats per minute, parts 1 and 2, as opposed to 35 beats per minute, so faster than last week. So the metronome is set to triplets at 40 beats per minute. So what I'm going to do next is play parts 1 and 2 of Glasgow Police Piper's Jig to this tempo for you to play along with. This is something you should definitely play along with me at least once a day. So here we go. Ready? 1, 2. Okay, so what you should be listening for when you play this is clear transitions from every note to the next, especially when you're going from a high A down to, a lower note. That seems to be a transition that gives a little bit of trouble. So watch out for those, like, let's see. Yes, in the first part, so. So any place you're going from high A down, watch out for. All right, the next two parts of the tune, parts 3 and 4, I'm going to play it at 35 beats per minute. This is a learning speed, of course. These parts are newer, all right? And if it's too soon for you to play with this recording, that's fine. I still want you to try to play along with the recording, but take your time to play this on your own till you get comfortable with it. All right, this is parts 3 and 4 of Glasgow Police Piper's Jig at 35 beats per minute. And 1, 2. is the end of this review. Have a good week.